सुधाधारासारैः शरणयुगलान्तर्विगलितैः प्रपञ्चं सिञ्चन्ति पुनरपि रसाम्नाय महसः अवाप्य स्वां भूमिं भुजगनिभमत्युष्टवलयम् स्वमात्मानं कृत्वा स्वपिशिकुलकुण्डे कुहरिणी.
श्रीमते रामानुजाय नमः। भक्तामृतं विश्वजनानुमोदनं सर्वार्थतं श्रीषठकोपवाङ्मयं सहस्रशाखापनिषत् समागमं नमाम्यहं द्राविडवेदसागरम्. Dear devotees of Falsam Hindu Temple and Cultural Center, welcome to the temple to worship the Goddess Parvati in the happy occasion of the 9 nights called Vasantha Navarathri. We now again dote upon the greatness of the goddess called Parvati. Her holy frame is always supernatural, and her holy pair of divine feet are so great that they are far above the essence of the earth where we live in, called the Mooladhara. As I told you earlier, that there is a lot of mantra literature concerned about the goddess, namely Shiva's spouse Parvati, and she is the essence of the water of Manipuraka. She is far above the essence of fire of Swadhisthana. Her feet are above, far above the essence of air of Anahata, and she has her holy feet far above the essence of either of Vishuddhi, and her mind is noble and far above the mind of Agna Chakra. These technical names cannot be easily understood unless we delve deep into the mantra literature, and we go to the next advantage of worshipping Parvati as a goddess. So, when we worship her continuously, we are becoming good poets, and we will become intelligent, wise, and become great scholars. So our words will be sweet, rivaling with honey, milk, and grapes. And these thoughts will come to our mind. Holy thoughts will come to our mind when we meditate on the goddess, her countenance, which is like an autumnal moon. And when Lord Shiva, her spouse, is handsome with the crescent moon on his head, and the beautiful locks of hair of the goddess of Parvati will shower boons and give protection. When we start reading the scriptures, the goddess Parvati will make us experts and get mastery over the scriptures. She is like the purple luster of the lawn, and her feet, holy feet, are like the lotus, beautiful, bright, cool, and whatnot. And we will become the kings of poets by her tender, passionate affection for the devotees, which exude the royalty, and her youthfulness will make us very highly active. So we will become scientists capable of analyzing everything in this world. And as she is our mother, she will protect us as her own children. And she is the prime source of words. The great poet of Kalidasa started his great epic Raghuvamsham by worshipping Lord Shiva and Parvati. He said like this: Vagartha viva sampraktau Vagartha pratipattaye Jagatah pitarau vande Parvati Parameshwarau. Lord Parameshwara, Lord Shiva, is like the speech or the words, the meaning. The words are Parvati. Parvati is in the form of words, beautiful words, attractive words, meaningful words, and the meaning corresponds to Lord Shiva. Both are inseparable from each other. Vagartha viva sampraktau. Why should we worship Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati? In order to have eloquence in talk and ability to write poems and also prose works. And you have a very great work called Shamala Dandakam, as all of you may know. And it is a prose work because each line as a poem contains more than 27 syllables, and therefore it's called Dandakam. Shamala is her name. That means she is young and beautiful. And by her grace, we will all be blessed. And in whatever activity we perform, we become successful by worshipping the goddess, namely Parvati, and you find all the gods and their spouses would worship Goddess Parvati, and therefore they are all living a good life. And we have Parvati as our mother, with the love and affection towards her children. And by worshipping the divine couple, we have got good emotions in our life. And they look like the sun and the moon for their beauty. Now, when we have problems like the epidemic disease, we have to worship Goddess Parvati, and she will cure the problems of the world by removing the poisonous content of the things on the entire world. And she will shower her blessings on us from her mouth. And she has been following a life of austerity. She wanted to, as a girl, young girl, she wanted to marry Lord Shiva. And therefore, she went to her mother Mena and asked for permission to do penance in the forest. At the very young age, she came to the forest. She did not take food. She did not drink water. She did, as sages, she did not even take the dried leaves, and she was called Aparna. Parna means leaf. Generally, the sages would eat the natural things, like the tuber or the fruits and dried leaves. They won't take even green leaves, lest they would do harm to the trees. When the leaves without chlorophyll fall dry on the ground, they will eat it. But even then, even that was avoided by Goddess Parvati, and therefore she did, without taking food, she did penance in order to get the hands of Lord Shiva. And in summer season, she would sit among the four fires on four directions. And when the sun is scorching during daytime, she will do penance. In winter, she will stand neck deep in cold, icy water, and then she will perform penance. So she will do it with the Panchakshara, and therefore she was successful and she got the hands of Lordship. When we meditate on her, in our mind, the thought of the goddess will shower nectar in our hearts, and her blissful vision will fall on us so that all our fears and all our fevers will be put down. So, Goddess Parvati is capable of attracting everyone, and she is making every one of us happy. We become great souls. We dispel all the impurities from our mind, and we will enjoy the waves of bliss from her beautiful blessing look. So we will be powerful by worshipping the goddess Parvati because she is called Bhavani. Bhava means Lord Shiva, Bhava means life, and therefore, when Shiva is the life partner of Goddess Parvati, she will, or the divine couple, in fact, will make our life beautiful. And she is the sister of Lord Sriman Narayana. And when we pray to her, we will be blessed in copious shower of blessings. So we used to say, according to the Pancharatra Agama, that Lord Sriman Narayana said here, Aprarthitaha na gopaye. Suppose we don't pray to her, she will not bless us. Therefore, when we request to bless us, then she will surely do it. Aprarthitaha, when we do not request, na gopaye, she will not protect us. Anapekshitaha na gopaye. For anything and everything, if we want to get anything done, we should make efforts. We cannot remain idle and expect that God and Goddess will come to the rescue and solve our problems. So we have to pray, pray, and pray. So we have the good bent of mind, and we look like the morning sun, red in color, because of our mutual affection towards the society, and we will become auspicious by the yellow color of the rising sun in the morning. And when we worship all the time Goddess Parvati, we will have satisfaction that the good things will be done in our life. So when we are afraid of the 9 planets, Navagraha. And we are afraid of sometimes by ghosts. We have dreams during sleep threatening us. And when such fears we have, then we have what we call the prayer as a solution to our problems. Brahma created the world, Vishnu sustains the world, and Shiva makes it as a disappear after the great deluge, after some kalpas, the 4 yugas, Krita, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali, and Lord Shiva being auspicious in every aspect, joins with Goddess Parvati, and she will do these two. Sorry, the divine couple will help us to solve our life problems and make us prosper. Dhanyavadaha. We will meet in the next session.
ॐ दिमित दिमित तुम नाचे भोलानाथ दिमित दिमित तुम नाचे भोलानाथ ना